Brian Freeman, here we are, man.
Yes.
Did I pull it off? Was it good?
Oh, yes,
It
yes.
was authentic. We dropped right in.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good to be with you, bro. Just met you 10 seconds ago.
You did, yes.
But I feel like we've
yes.
been lifelong friends.
Yes, yes.
Are you feeling that?
Definitely.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you already, bro. First things first, Brian. I'm just testing out this mustache. It's the first time I've left the house with it. What's your humble opinion, man to man? All right, let's move on. Perfect. Brian Freeman's here, everybody. You're from Queensland, originally from Townsville. Just found that out. But you reside in sunny Brisbane, Australia.
I do, yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, the cancer capital of Australia.
Is that true?
I think Queensland is, might even be the world.
The cancer capital. But I tell you what.
Skin cancer, yeah.
Skin cancer. Got to be
Not
specific.
every
Yeah.
cancer.
Be weird if it was just some random bone cancer, wouldn't it? Be like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
something in
yeah.
that water. But I tell you what, everyone looks tan and gorgeous, so I say worth it. I say keep the melanomas.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
get them up
That's
there.
good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Builds character.
That's it. You look nice and brown as well. How long have you been in Perth?
I got in Thursday. I leave tomorrow. So only, 4-day trip?
Is this your first time to Perth?
Second.
How do you like it, man? I mean, it's a 41-degree day and humid as balls, so sorry about that. But other than that, how are you enjoying the trip? How you enjoy Perth?
It was a lot cooler the first time. I wasn't expecting it to be as hot, but here we are. But now Perth's great. It has to be the best club in the country.
You reckon?
It's got to be well within top 2.
That's nice to hear.
It's got to be.
That's nice to hear, man. So you had the pro shows last night, and then you got the shows tonight. You've been over. Tell me about your journey in stand-up comedy, though. Where it started for you, Brian?
It started in Townsville about 7-8 years ago. After watching Jim Jefferies.
Jim.
Yeah. I actually got to meet and hang out with him, so it's come full circle. But it started out watching Jim Jefferies the first couple of years, trying to be like an edgelord, trying to go as far as possible. It's led to some regretful jokes that I'm glad no one saw.
So you went nice and edgy in the early days.
Oh, I did some bad things. But it was North Queensland, so
Yes.
you get away with stuff like that. To them, it was just a day.
It's just another day.
Yeah.
Well, this is good, clean comedy from this man, Brian Freeman. Oh, that's good fun. So I was going to ask as well, actually, who was one of the first comedians that you saw that inspired you, and what was it that you admired about him? But it sounds like it was Jim.
Yeah, Jim, and just I was young, I thought edginess was everything, and Jim did that back then. Yeah.
And you said you met him recently. Were you gigging together? Did you go to his show? What happened in that situation, and how was it?
I met him, it was years ago now, at Cairns Casino.
Cairns Casino?
Yeah.
What was he doing there? At the blackjack table, just going hard?
He was. And it was like the $15 table that anyone can sit down at. So I just sat down next to him and we just became friends somehow.
That's awesome, man.
I think he wanted to have a go at the girl I was with.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, like he kept looking over and mouthing things. And
Jim Jefferies tried to steal your girl, Brian?
Oh, I don't know. it was odd. And I think he got a bit mad because she had no idea who he was.
Oh, classic.
And she made it clear every couple of seconds that she had no idea who he was.
How many years ago was this? Was this after Jim Jefferies is Jim Jefferies, or was this quite a few years back?
He was doing the Cairns Civics Theatre.
Oh, so he's doing pretty well.
So it was like 1,500.
Yeah.
So it was probably in the heyday.
But she went home with you, right? She didn't go home with Jim?
Yeah.
That's a happy end to the story, brother.
And we won money on blackjack, so...
Mate, this is a glorious story. But I want to get into some negative stories as well. We're comedians. We love a good negative story. People love to hear about bombing stories. Now, you said you were an edgelord in the early days. Do you have any memories of any particularly bad bombs, man?
Oh, I remember trying to see if I could be the person that could pull off saying certain words. I won't say which ones.
Let the imagination run wild.
I quickly found out that that's not my bag.
Yep.
And I had to cut some things short.
So you started, I saw you did Raw comedy in 2018. Was that the only year you entered Raw? Because I remember that one was up on the YouTube. I watched the set. I enjoyed it. Was that the first and the only year that you did Raw?
How you did your research?
I did a little bit, mate.
I think I did it in 2015. The first time, still living in Townsville, flying over for each heat. And I made the state final at that time.
Yeah, as a guy, I similarly made the state final, but didn't get to the national. So they keep the best boys back. You know what I'm saying, Brian?
Oh, it sucked.
It's part of.
And you know what the worst thing is?
Tell me.
When everyone walks up to you going, how the fuck did you not win?
Oh, after the show?
Yeah.
Isn't that a good feeling, though? You get the people come up and protesting. They think you should have won.
Yeah, but I didn't get to go to Melbourne.
Oh, you can go now. And here you are in sunny Perth. You're touring. It's all worked out. Now, tell me about, obviously, Jim was an early inspiration for you, man. You have early goals in comedy. What was your first goal that you remember when you started out?
Not to work.
Not to work?
I guess. Not to have a day job.
Yep.
And due to circumstance, I don't actually really have to have a day job even back then.
Nice.
But when you travel, I'm doing it more and more, I do find it, what do you do in the daytime?
Yeah, you find yourself getting bored?
Yeah, you walk around, get skin cancer, and then wait for the gig to start.
A Brisbane pastime. Just go out and roast yourself.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah. What's your writing process like? As a comic, how do you like to come up with material? Do you voice record yourself as you're driving in the car? Do you sit down at the laptop and try and stay disciplined and write that way? What do you do?
I should be doing that stuff, yes.
I'm projecting onto you, man. That's why. That's why.
I just wait for things to happen, I guess. My stuff is more story based, so it's more just if there's a funky situation that could happen, I steer into it just to see where it goes.
So you're out there trying to cause chaos to try and get some material from everyday life.
Well, I don't say no to a lot.
Right.
I say yes to things I shouldn't. And I get a joke sometimes or just a bad memory I have to forget.
Some material or a trauma, either way.
Yeah, either way.
Well, if you don't say no, man, I need to borrow some money. I'll chat to you after the interview. But I want to get to know you on a little bit more silly level as well. Now, these sort of a little bit more informal questions, but they tell a lot about a person. I want to know, Brian Freeman, sausage roll or meat pie?
I love meat pies.
You a meat pie guy?
I can't do it. I'm too retarded. So I get the meat pie and it just goes everywhere. So I can't do it. I have to get a sausage roll or I have to get the pie, wait for an hour until I get home, and then...
Destroy it in the comfort of your own home.
Get over the sink, yeah.
That's a beautiful ad for a pie. I mean, that shows the level of dedication. Yeah. You're going to take it all the way home and get it over the sink. All right, meat pies. What is the Meanest thing anyone has said about your comedy, Brian Freeman? Do you remember anything? Any particular heckles that you were like, oh?
Well, someone said I stole from Jim Jefferies to bring it all back around.
Someone said you stole from Jim.
Yeah,
And you're like, he's trying to steal my girl. Fuck him. I'll steal a joke.
If it's before that happened, I don't know if you have time, but Jim did a story about taking one of his friends in a wheelchair to a brothel. Have you seen that bit?
Yeah, he had it in his show. I can't remember the name of the show now. But yeah.
Decades ago, a decade ago.
Uh-huh.
I had a similar experience with one of my mates, and I think he had the exact same chronic disease.
Right.
And I tell a story about it, and it does well. But I started to hear people say, "Oh, you stole that, you stole that." And the only thing I can say is, look, I'm a retard. You don't think I have other retarded mates that could have possibly had that?
What I'd give to see that exchange. Is this with an audience member or is this online?
No, this is at a comics.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
They never go anywhere, but
Yes.
they like to give you a hard time.
We can give me their name afterwards and we'll blacklist them from the club. What else have we got here? Coles or Woolworths? Simple one. You're a fresh food person?
Fuck. Coles.
Coles?
They have the good cupcakes.
Fuck yeah, good cupcakes.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Spud Shed though? Do you get Spud Shed over in Brisbane?
What is that?
All right, fantastic. Let's move on from that. Guy has massive eyebrows. He's a WA celebrity. All right, and there's one more thing I want to find out. This will leave you a lot to know. Which famous celebrity would you love to just punch in the face? You can get away with it. You're not going to jail, Brian. One celebrity you can just deck him hard as you can.
Oh.
Anyone that really gets under your skin, you see their face, it pisses you off. Mine's Nicole Kidman. I'd love to just take her out of her slippers. You know
Can
what I
you
mean?
say that?
We'll find out.
Aren't you like a guy? And that's like bad?
These are the questions that are yet to be answered.
It's on camera too.
Listen, if Nicole wants to meet me in Murray Street at some point in the near future, I'll get it done. But
okay,
any celebrities you'd love to just
fuck, give me a second now. You threw me off.
What about? Well, I need to bash Nicole Kidman. Fair enough. What about if there was one celebrity you could kiss on the face? If there was one celebrity you just lights of fire in Brian Freeman.
Like a romance.
Absolutely.
Tell
me slow.
Yeah. I am not an improv person, so this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
I am a plain joke guy.
Like to plan it out?
As soon as someone asks me to have a go on the spot, I just shut the fuck down.
All right, well, that's all right.
I got one.
Go.
Don't take it away.
Go.
Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff?
Yes.
Is she the punch or the kiss?
Oh, well. Kiss.
Kiss.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, early Hilary Duff. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving Lizzie McGuire a little kissy as well. Now, tell me, ma'am. Gesundheit. Just our sound technician sneezing in the back there. I want to ask as well, man, one last thing here. Is there any pet social peeves that you have? I mean, growing up with cerebral palsy, is there any things that you've run into, difficulties in the comedy scene, things that people have put on you or tried to hold you back with? Is there any things that really get under your skin that you don't like?
No mic stand.
No mic stand?
There's a fair number of gigs that don't have a mic stand.
Are you serious?
Mic stand and comedy go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other.
So they just have a mic on the floor?
Well, the MC will just give it to you.
I see.
And it's like, well, what? You need a mic stand.
Yeah, part of the process.
That's my
your biggest peeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
no mic stand.
Yeah, that throws people right off. Hey? I've done that once, actually. I have to confess that. MCing, it was a tactical error, and I handed the mic to a comedian, Jark Barrett. Have you met Jark?
Oh, did he freak out?
Oh, and he looked at me with a look that will just haunt me for the rest of my days. Just passed
real?
it to him, and he looked at me like I was trash, and I still can't get erections. It's
Are
horrible.
you calling him a diva?
A diva? No, he was right. You know, he was right, and I was wrong in the end.
You
But
don't
Brian,
want to...
I want to know as well, man. Going back, if you could give yourself young Brian Freeman, I know you're only 22 years old, but at 16, if you could go back to the 16-year-old Brian Freeman, is there any advice you would give to make the road ahead a bit smoother?
Yes, and it's quite sad. I would say to myself, you should have married that girl and given up comedy, because it's all quite sad.
The one that got away.
Yeah.
This wasn't Jim's girl, was it? This wasn't.
No, that was just, she was a bit fast and loose.
Yeah.
This was like a better quality one that I would, yeah.
And she got away, huh?
Well, it's not so much she got away, it's I went out of my way to, like, without knowing, to chase away.
Yes. Bit of self-sabotage, something like that.
I don't know why. I made it a mission to be the biggest piece of shit I could.
Right.
Not like bad, like she was like a working professional. I tell dick jokes and she'd try and be serious, and then I would just say more dick jokes and...
Yeah. Well, it's not over yet. Is she married now? Has she moved on? Has she got kids? Is she alive?
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows? If she sees this, though, and if Nicole Kidman sees this, we might get both our girls. You know what I'm saying, Brian Freeman?
You still want to punch her, eh?
Not Nicole, not your girl.
Well, I don't think you should put that on the internet there, you, but it's up to you.
It's up to me, brother. But listen, it's a pleasure to be with you, man. It's good to meet you. Is there any shows where can you promote yourself? People find you on Instagram, social media. Is there anything you want to promote?
Instagram, Brian Freeman Comedy, and that's all I have.
That's all you have. Well, enjoy the shows tonight, Brian. It's good to meet you, man. And if I'm ever over in Brisbane and I need someone to put sunscreen on me, I'm going to hit you up.
Definitely.
Legend. Cheers, bro.